What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to OddToxin Gaming, and today I have you a Dragon Caller Blue Eyes deck versus Inner Conflict. Now, this deck is so cool. Both of them. Inner Conflict, one of the best decks in the meta, being able to change your heart the opponent's monster by paying half their life points, and then Dragon Caller being able to spam your field with very strong dragon monsters that can't be targeted by Lord of D. It's really neat. So we're going to jump right into this deck replay. And as always, if you like this content, make sure you leave a like. If you like me, make sure you subscribe, and I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. But we're going to jump right into this deck profile. Or, yeah, not deck profile, but replay. So we have a pretty good start with having a Fluted Summoning Dragon, but we also have Lord of D instead of our second dragon. So we're just going to go ahead and add our Lord of D to hand. Summon the Lord of D, use the Flute, and summon the Kaiser Glider. At this point, we're going to set our Cosmic Cyclone, and we're going to pass our turn. The opponent is going to use the Lure of Darkness to draw 2 and banish the New Doria, pay half their life points to steal the Kaiser Glider, tribute off the Glider, and summon the Dark Ruler Hades. Setting 2 back rows, which, let me show hands here. 2 Sphere Creepo in hand, 1 Zoma, and 1 Book of Moon. He attacks into our Lord of D, and we're going to take 1250 life points. We'll draw for turn, and at this point we only have a Lord of D, a Blue Eyes, and a Cosmic. There's not a lot we can be doing at this point, so we just pass turn here. We needed pass turn because of the Lord of D, so this is the reason why we pass turn, just let it go. We only have the Lord of D, so we need a Flute to continue. If the only card he would have in this situation is just a Dark Ruler Hades, and he has no other monsters to poke for game with, in this case he had 2, but why would you summon a Sphere Creep? A lot of people don't think to do that. So what we could have done is we could have waited till next turn to see if we got our other Flute and then summoned out our Blue Eyes, and then we would be in a very solid situation. But he flips over the Zoma, which essentially just means we lose the game. Now, I have a philosophy where we don't quit until, like, our opponent, like, the last play of the duel. So at that point, it was one of those things where we passed the turn. If they didn't switch the Zoma to attack mode, then it's fine, but he summons the Breaker and then pops the back row. So, moving into game 2, we're going to be going second, which is what this deck is supposed to be doing. Oh, he plays Necrofury. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know he played that. So he goes ahead and he sets his Lost Wind. We're going to use Summoner's Art and then grab the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Normal summon the Lord of D. Use our skill. And then get the Fluted Summoning Dragon from our hand. Activate Flute to summon 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Set a Champion's Vigilance and set a Book of Moon. And then we're going to attack directly for game, since there's nothing you can do at that point. He did have to set Lost Wind, which would have had one of our Blue Eyes, or it wouldn't even, I don't know if Lost Wind targets. If Lost Wind doesn't target, it would have one of our Blue Eyes as attacks by half. So, but we still had game because 3,000 plus the Lord of D is just 4,200, and that's more than enough for game. Moving on to the game 3 match. So we pretty much opened up 2 dragons like we want to. Lord of D and the Fluted Summoning Dragon. I really wish I had a Champion's Vigilance here. If I had Champion's Vigilance, I would be in such a good position, it's unreal. But nope, I just grab an extra Lord of D. Summon the Lord of D, use the Flute, and then summon Kai's Glider and summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're going to pass our turn there. Our opponent goes ahead and he summons the, he sets the Lost Wind and summons the New Doria, which is very strong. Attacks into the Lord of D. And then uses New Doria to pop our Kaiser Glider, which our Kaiser Glider effect activates, making us return our Blue Eyes to hand. Now, this really makes me, this is really the downside to playing Kaiser Glider in field, because if this is outed and Blue Eyes is the only card on the field, you have to return the Blue Eyes to hand, which puts you in a really bad situation. So after playtesting this, and after releasing my deck profile and everything, the other dragon monster I was thinking about playing was Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is the dragon monster a lot of people are playing. And then we would just play more Champion's Vigilance in our main deck. So I wouldn't play any more than 2 though. I think that card can clog your hands really bad if you draw too many, and this deck is already filled with cards that clog your hand. So we just want to make sure that we're not doing that as much. So if you want to try out the Red Eyes build, highly recommend it. So at this point, he's going to pass turn on to us. We only draw the Lord of D. I don't want to set the Lord of D, and then he end up drawing a tribute summon monster. We knew last turn he didn't have one, or he would have just stolen our Blue Eyes, tributed it, and then summoned the other card, or tribute summoned out his own monster and then killed the Kaiser Glider. So he just draws into the book here, sets the book, and then attacks us directly for 19. We're really hoping for the flute to be drawn, but instead we draw the Summoner's Art. So at this point, I know that I can't take too much more damage, so I have to set the monster, and I end my turn. The opponent sets the Zoma, summons the Ally of Justice Core Destroyer, and then attacks my Lord of D with the Core Destroyer, and then attacks us directly for 1900. We're going to draw for turn as the Champion's Vigilance, so we just end the match there. There's no real reason for us to continue. We only have 200 life points left. Core Destroyer is going to be able to attack us directly. He has the set Zoma, he has Lost Winds, and he has Book for whenever we do actually get out of Florida D. So Book of Moon is actually the biggest thorn on our side when we play this deck. We summon the Lord of D, and if they just Book, we don't even get to use our skill that turn. If we reveal the Flute of Summoning Dragon and add the Lord of D, they know that they can actually save their Book there and then use it whenever we summon the Lord of D. So Book is really strong against this deck. Hopefully we get some sort of ban list that actually addresses some of these more generic cards like Book of Moon, Breaker of the Magical Warrior, and I think Sphere Kuriboh is a good generic card to like put in that list. Zoma definitely. But yeah, I'll probably do a ban list discussion for another video. But if you guys like this content like I said before, make sure you leave a like. And if you like me, make sure you subscribe. Love to hear from you. Also leave a comment in the comment section down below. But above all else, stay awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.